to go in there to all of these middle-aged white agencies, right? So the problem is that African Americans spend over $100 billion in the travel industry, but yet we are a minuscule amount of the representation of those agencies. So the reasons on why we need to be better represented and better hired within there is because the money is being spent by us.
Mm,
But when it's about the planning and understanding exactly the intricacies of why an African American person would want to go to Africa, it's not simply about going to a safari, right?
right.
There's other parts of Africa that we can go to or might want to go to, right? Or going to the Caribbean, Jamaica. I talk about Jamaica a lot. Why? It's because that's the only place I get called about all the time from the African Americans that contact me. And I
Wow.
start to think back, why is that? You start to look back at the marketing and advertising that's coming from different suppliers. They think we all just want to go to Jamaica. And there's Morocco, there's Paris, there's London, there's all kinds of destinations. There's China and Dubai. There's so many other destinations for us to go to, but that chain reaction going from a large amount of Caucasians working in the industry
Mm,
transitions back into the supplier on who they hire. And then that transitions also to the marketing of what they showcase. So there's a reason they don't show us in advertisements in amazing luxury destinations, because it's a system that kind of filters through to who they feel they've got to support and who they feel they've got to please. But on the other end, we're spending $160
billions.
billion worth of money.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so the more we can bring in more of us into the travel agent side, the more things will start to change going backwards. And so one of the things we're doing with Odyssey is that you've got Airbnb, you've got Expedia, you've got Hotel Tonight. Odyssey is going to be right in there with it. But the difference is when you see Odyssey marketing, you're going to see a diverse, more inclusive branding and marketing from the top down. So when you see commercials on TV, when we launch in 2 months, when you see advertising on social media or in magazines or billboards, it's going to be diverse,
Mhm.
not just because we're forcing it, it's because that's who we are.
And again, his name is Stephen Scott. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show and thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure. Definitely would like to have you back on the show next year once, with your predictions that we're going to be flying again. So we'll
That's right.
see. Right.
All right. Hold me to it. Hold me to it.
All right. And everybody, I'm your host, Anthony, and you've been listening to the About That Wallet podcast. You can actually listen to us on all your lovely podcast platforms along with YouTube, finally. So thank you all. It's been a pleasure. Take care. Peace.